So let's use an example of just struggling with overeating. Probably common enough in America. Not everybody struggles with it. What you're going to find is when it comes to the passion, there is one that seems to be the main root, the tap root by which you struggle with. But say like it's not a meal time and you have this assaultive thought knock on the door and says, a candy bar would be good, and you have one in the drawer, and why not eat it? Now for some they may go, well, this isn't a sin, so let's not include you in this illustration, but let's illustrate for this person that they clearly have overeaten. They don't need any more candy bars. In fact, they probably shouldn't have it in the drawer. Well, in fact, let's just say that it's not in the drawer, that it's across the street at a grocery store. The assaultive thought tempts the person with the thought image candy bar, and it's just that fast. The next stage is, wow, wouldn't that be delectable? It would be great to eat. It's probably not that fattening. One won't hurt me. I'll start my diet tomorrow. And I'm ignoring the stress that I was having this morning. I'm not dealing with my feelings. Okay. The consent is where I've decided to go to the store to go get it. The actual going to the store is a behavior, but it's maybe not sinning yet because I'm not consuming it yet. And then the passion is where it's just so part of my life, I don't even think about it. I don't even think of it as a sin. I don't even think about it. Some things to consider, and this may be very convicting or not convicting or seem wacky, but I would do my share of watching, we'll say TV shows that involve people cooking food, making food delectable, making food as fast as you can, making food with a certain amount of ingredients, you name it. And it's beautiful photography. It's fun to watch. It seems innocent enough. But then I sometimes wonder, what about those countries where they are starving? They're literally starving. They have no food. And we watch people prepare food for entertainment. And we try to make the food so tasty that it's hitting the opiate receptor sites in our brain to levels of pleasure that we shouldn't be even having. And we're even getting the level of pleasure just by watching it. Okay? So, am I numbing myself? Is this a sin? Well, the Holy Spirit works in each person's life, and they just have to come to their own conclusion for what is sinful or not. But I'm just bringing that up as an illustration that for some we may be oblivious that our life is centered around food, and that we're thinking about, what am I going to make for dinner? What can I make that would entertain the people and have them think so well of me because I cooked it and it was just wonderful? That could be an obsession with food. Contrast that with this simple scripture. Jesus says that do not worry about what you should eat, and that the birds of the air are provided for. And it's interesting, and I'm not trying to say that there's no time for celebration with food, but I just wonder if there's an inordinate misuse of it, that we're not eating to live for nourishment and moderately celebration. See, there's nothing wrong with pleasure from food because God created us in our fallen state with taste buds and things that taste good and things that hit receptor sites like chocolate and cheese and curries, and these things make them, but it's when it's an inordinate amount, that's where the problem is. So how do we ignore it? We just ignore. We don't give it a second thought. But what if it knocks on our door 10 times? We just turn it into prayer. Eventually, we will not fight the struggle with overeating on our own strength. We will turn to God, who has all power, all strength, all might, all love, and will rescue us from this.